Although the demonstration occurred on the one-year anniversary of President Trump's inauguration and right here in our nation's capital, Martinez insisted that this was not a political demonstration and the team simply wanted to promote unity. While many supporters at the March for Our Lives see the link between gun violence and mental illness, experts do not agree. According to the book Gun Violence and Mental Illness, published by the American Psychiatric Association, mass shootings by people with serious mental illness represent only 1% of all homicides each year. First Lady Melania Trump began picking out eggs for the annual White House Easter egg roll starting in December. Today is day 4 of the Howard University student takeover of the administration building. Students have even slept in the building overnight. There have been an overwhelming amount of donations such as water and food for the students. Today, Howard University released a statement showing that one of the demands of the students has actually been met. We're back to business as usual at the Howard University Administration Building. The sleeping bags have left the building and faculty and administrators are back hard at work. For Howard University News Vision, I'm Adrienne Perkins.
What do we want? Safer schools! When do we want it? Now!
Over 800,000 people traveled to Washington, D.C. from across the country to attend the March for Our Lives. The purpose of the march was to push for stricter gun control legislation. Some people believe this issue is not only about gun control, but also about mental illness.
Because most of the time, the people who are committing the gun violence do have some sort of mental illness.
I think that there's a lack of awareness for mental illness.
Especially in the Black community, when you start talking about mental illness or getting help from maybe like a psychiatrist or a therapist, for us, it's always downplayed. It's always, you don't need to see those people, you're fine.
Leaders of the march were survivors of the fatal shooting that occurred at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. President Trump and other members of Congress believe that a possible solution to these school shootings could be arming teachers with guns in the classroom.
I don't think teachers are anyone should be armed with guns because that could result in something bad happening.
For some, like Brianna Richardson from Connecticut, whose father is the president of the Sandy Hook Volunteer Fire Department, the response to the shootings has inspired her to make a difference.
It definitely made me sure that I want to go into nursing to help people and live happy, healthy lives so that one day, we don't have people who feel so sadly that they have to do these things.
While many supporters at the March for Our Lives see the link between gun violence and mental illness, experts do not agree. According to the book Gun Violence and Mental Illness, published by the American Psychiatric Association, mass shootings by people with serious mental illness represent only 1% of all homicides each year. For Howard University's News Vision, I'm Adrienne Perkins.
First Lady Melania Trump hosted the 140th annual Easter egg roll on April 2, 2018. The festivities occurred on the south lawn of the White House. Despite this morning's overcast sky and slight drizzle of rain, about 30,000 guests were in attendance. Skies were clear by the time President Trump and the First Lady walked out to greet their guests. The very first Easter egg roll, designed for children under 13, happened in 1878 when a group of children walked up to the gates of the White House, hoping to play their egg rolling games with President Hayes. President Hayes allowed the children to play, thus beginning the Easter Monday tradition at the White House. Since, the Easter egg roll has grown from just a few courageous kids to the largest event held at the White House. Tickets to the event are free, but spots are limited. These spots are allocated through a random lottery system. This year, the egg roll festivities included a reading nook, coloring stations, cookie decorating, hard-boiled egg pops, the bunny hop stage to provide the soundtrack for the day, and of course, the traditional rolling of the eggs, where children roll Easter eggs across the lawn with wooden spoons. Each year, the First Lady adds her own spin on the festivities. First Lady Melania Trump added lawn bowling to this year's lineup. First Lady Melania Trump began picking out eggs for the annual White House Easter egg rolls starting in December. For Howard University News Service, I'm Adrienne Perkins. With more than 1,400 locations nationwide, Planet Fitness continues to expand. The No Judgment Zone offers members a unique and inclusive experience. Staff members like Amy Johnson work hard to keep this vision a reality.
Of course, it's a fitness gym, so you have a lot of people who need that motivation. When I'm up front with my smile on my face, a lot of people want to keep coming back, so I really came back for my members.
The members aren't the only people who love Johnson.
She says call her the lion. She's one of my best co-workers here. She's my right hand. Anytime I need help at the front desk, she's right there.
Johnson moved back to D.C. after completing her training and receiving a degree in biology from the University of Miami.
My managers, of course, they know I'm one of their hardest working workers here. I try to do my job to the best of my ability. I try to give it 110, not 50, not 100.
Johnson returned to her job at Planet Fitness, where cleaning equipment and re-racking weights are a couple of her daily duties.
I just started working out, but I do it because I want to feel healthy and also get fit. I used to feel sluggish and lack energy, but thanks to Amy, I feel great.
There's a couple machines in here that you can use to help you get a better toned body. There's also relaxation methods. If you do come in and you get to a good balanced workout and you need to relax after.
Another really cool feature of Planet Fitness are these amazing locker rooms. While you may not be able to make it to the gym every day, it's important that you come at least 2 to 3 times per week, allowing your body to be active for about 30 minutes. And who knows, you may even meet a really cool trainer like Amy in the process. For Howard University News Service, I'm Adrienne Perkins. The student occupation of the Howard Administration Building is officially over. It has been recorded as the longest student sit-in in Howard University history. Staff and faculty are back, hard at work in their normal offices after President Wayne A.I. Frederick, the Board of Trustees, and student leaders agreed to compromises on the initial student demands. Originally, students called for the resignation of President Frederick, but the once non-negotiable demand was recalled on April 6th. Despite this, leaders of HU Resist are still pleased with the results of the protest.
Seeing the potential for the student community on this campus and the power that has was almost as important as the demands that got met.
Seniors specifically were excited about the reopening of the administration building after rumors circulated of a possible delay to graduation due to the student protest.
So I'm really glad that at least the A building is back to its functionality because the seniors really needed it. We need to ensure that everything's done so that we could be on out of here.
Students were very excited to hear that there is a possibility of a new Kwame Ture Student Center in what is now the abandoned undergraduate student library.
Blackburn is just not enough, a place where students can sit down, talk, and just vibe with each other and get work done. A student center will be great because I feel like Blackburn is just not enough.
Recently, President Frederick released a preliminary report on the financial aid investigation scandal that said, "I am writing to you to provide an update on the university's ongoing efforts to review the oversight and operations of the Office of Financial Aid. I want to assure you all that I am committed to getting to the bottom of this situation and to strengthening our financial aid policies and procedures to ensure that this never happens again." We're back to business as usual at the Howard University Administration Building. The sleeping bags have left the building and faculty and administrators are back hard at work. For Howard University News Vision, I'm Adrienne Perkins. One by one, people stopped and stared at the 2,000 crosses brought to our nation's capital. Crosses for Losses worked tirelessly to drive the unique memorials 11 hours from a Chicago suburb to D.C. as a tribute for victims of gun violence. Each handmade cross remembers a specific victim, and that's just what the team, led by Tal Martinez, wanted.
Robert, Renteria, Greg Sanis, and I decided to come together in efforts to make this a display of love and compassion to the lost lives of all these victims of violence.
Volunteers were also eager to help.
I just felt the need of having to jump right in there because it really stuck to me too. All these innocent people getting murdered for nothing.
Robert Renteria, another leader of the organization, takes its mission one step further with his published book series.
We're here to unite a nation, to bring people together regardless of age, race, religion, and economic backgrounds. That's why we're donating the curriculum we have for the Barrio to the Boardroom to kids in classrooms across America, if not around the world.
According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, guns kill about 96 Americans per day every year.
We don't want to bury more people. We want to try to save lives.
Although the demonstration occurred on the one-year anniversary of President Trump's inauguration and right here in our nation's capital, Martinez insisted that this was not a political demonstration and the team simply wanted to promote unity. For News Vision, I'm Adrienne Perkins.